Hello, 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 and welcome to another flight sim video, and I am back on the Fenix A320. This recording has happened just days before the release of the Airbus A319 and A321 expansion packs for the Fenix, and today we are, as you can see from the jet bridge, at Oslo Airport in Gardermoen. This is the main international airport here, and this is one of the best, if not the best, freeware airport around, and I am in probably one of the best paywared aircraft around. This is today going to be a short flight on a domestic with SAS A320 on flight SAS 4031, operated by an A320, and in fact this same reg number operated the flight just a few days ago. Kilo Alpha uniform. So today we'll be flying from Oslo to Stavanger on 4031. Hopefully the weather would be good enough that we can get some good scenery on the flight down. Now, as I said, this is by far one of the best freeware airports around, if not the best. So I'm actually inside. This is the arrivals area, which goes above the top of the departure area. So of course, look at this interior, it's fantastic. And we've even got destination boards here. So for example, this one, flyer to Tromsø, although I'm not too sure if that's a flyer aircraft, it's an Embraer. Our gate says SAS to Bodø, I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's there. There's another gate over here with another Embraer, and it says Fordu, I don't know how to pronounce that either, but Videro. And so, you know, this theme continues on. And if you go all the way to the other side, I'm not going to do that because it might cause some problems with GSX because of the drawing distance. But if you go all the way to the other end, you'll get into the non-Schengen gates. Non-Schengen gates are basically flights to places like the UK, and I've actually been on there through... What was I flying at the time? Wizz Air. It was an A321 to Luton. Anyway, that was a terrible thing. It looks like we are starting our boarding process. The refueling has been complete. And yeah, we're going to start our boarding process. I've already set up the MCDMU, so we are just waiting for our passengers and our baggage to be loaded now. And we'll get on our way. In fact, we'll go back into the cockpit. Oh, and then we will... Let me just... There we go. We'll get back into the cockpit and we'll start the APU. We'll run the fuel pumps now that our refueling truck has gotten out of the way. We'll start the APU.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board.
And we'll put the seatbelt sign on.
Please place your large bags into the overhead lockers, wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. If you are seated in an emergency exit row or a front row bulkhead seat, all of your items must be placed into an overhead locker. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure an on-time departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining customers to board. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no-smoking service. Thank you for observing this policy.
So, thank you for that announcement, my lovely flight attendants. Let me just turn the volume down in the cabin a little bit. And we got our boarding music, and we got the passengers coming down the jet bridge. Let's just get our IFR clearance for now.
Clearance delivery Scandinavian 4031 IFR to Sola ready to copy.
Scandinavian 4031 is cleared to Sola Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 19 left climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Departure frequency is 118.55 squawk tree 614.
3614.
Scandinavian 4031 cleared to Sola Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 19 left climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Departure on 118.55 squawk tree 614.
Scandinavian 4031 readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.605 when ready to taxi. Good day.
Perfect. So that's our IFR clearance sorted. Our APU has been started. Let's start the bleed as well. We'll disconnect the external power as well. And you can see the passengers are walking up the jet bridge rather beautifully with the GSX jet bridge here, with the Oslo airport logo. Anyway, like I say, we've pretty much conducted almost all of our pre-flight stuff from the MCDMU. So now it's just a case of passengers being boarded and baggage being boarded. Now, this is why I'm doing this video again in the Fenix, because I know last time I tried to show you the passengers seated in the cabin. Actually, I've managed to get it to work now, so we're going to actually stand and greet our passengers. As you can see, passengers are already sitting down and walking onto the plane. And what a beautiful, honestly, what a beautiful way to experience Flight Simulator, especially in this classy cabin that SAS have. Now, I've flown with SAS in an A320 before. It was actually the A320 Neo, which these flights are also operated by, because they only have, I think it's only about 4 or 5 active A320 CEOs left now in the fleet at SAS. So this is becoming a rarity now, as the A320 CEOs that they have are getting older, and yeah, so they're getting older and they're replacing them with the newer Neo aircraft, which have the cabin flex. And I think I mentioned it on the last video, but the last time I was in a cabin flex interior, which, well, the last time I used the rear toilets in a cabin flex, it was on the SAS A320, my first ever time on a Neo aircraft, and my shoulders being quite broad were touching the sides when I sat down on the loo. Anyway, a feature with GSX that they've done with the passengers is fantastic. Look at this. There is a man here, sat on the first row, 1C by the looks of it. No, it wouldn't be C. It'd be, because A, B, C, and then it will be, what, EDF? I don't know. Anyway, the guy on the first row here, he's got his Nintendo Switch out, and it's got the standard Switch colours, the red and the blue. You'll find people with phones, with iPads, and even magazines, which is like normal behaviour on aircraft these days. So, I think that's awesome. Anyway, let's go back into the cockpit. I just heard a ping, so we've got a caution for something, so let's have a look. Is it the side stick thing again? Because we had that last time as well. Ah, yes, flight control. Left side stick fault, calibrate null zones. Let's just clear that, because it should be okay.
Welcome on board our flight. Please place your large bags into the overhead lockers, wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. If you are seated in an emergency exit row or a front row bulk,
So we've got quite a bit of wind today, as you can see here with the Meta. 180 degrees at 11 knots, so perfect for runway 19 departure. So we'll do a 19 left departure, and we should be flying directly over the top of Oslo. And for our arrival, we got 150 at 17 knots, so higher winds there. But that's perfect for the 18 arrival into Stavanger. What else can I do while we wait for our departure? Oh well, while we wait to complete boarding, because we're almost complete. We'll go have a look outside again. No, that's the wrong view. I've also got these custom views, which I'm hoping to try. So it looks like we're just on the last handful of bags as well, coming up to the last trucks, as GSX lovingly boards the aircraft. So we'll look at this beautiful livery. Actually, I quite like the SAS, this old SAS livery. I even like the new one. It's quite cool. And as per usual, they've got all the flags of the countries that they represent. As you can see, we've got Denmark there, we've got Sweden, and Norway. Then we'll go around to the side. Like I say, I love this old livery. It's actually quite nice. And I like the red engine cowling here as well. And you may notice that the engine shape is a little bit different to the other A320 aircraft that we featured so far. Oh, here's the outflow valve. I think it's called a valve, just here. That's to regulate cabin temperature, and also as an, I think that's the inlet actually. I think it's the valve. I'm not really too familiar with the systems, but I know that there are valves that allow regulation of the pressurization and air conditioning and everything. But yeah, you can even see from here the passengers sat down inside the cabin, which is really nice. So as always, this aircraft is fantastic. And as always in my videos, we are featuring the fly-by-wire free traffic mod. Ah, there's a North Atlantic Dreamliner that looks like it's just landed on 19er right. So there is a few of these sort of oddities with the terrain I've noticed here in Oslo, but it should be okay anyway. It looks like our passengers may have already completed their boarding because the jet bridge looks awfully empty. It looks like our bags will be next up for the for completion. So hopefully we get some beautiful scenery. We'll get to see some fjords on the way across to Stavanger. The flight time today will be approximately 50. It's probably about 58 minutes. Well, 48 minutes to 50 minutes. On here it says 49 minutes flight time, but that's okay. Right, I think yeah, boarding's complete.
Cabin crew, boarding is now complete.
Let me get.
The remaining ground crew, please leave the aircraft.
We'll go get the messages. Receive messages. Load sheet. Okay, so takeoff weight 62.5. Passengers 139 plus 3. So we've got 3 extra passengers over the original plan, which is fine. That's perfectly fine. Okay, let's do our weights then for takeoff, so we can set our takeoff. We'll do no forced. We'll do the option. No anti-ice. Packs will be off. The takeoff weight, as we saw, was 62.2 tons. And then we will do, let's have a look. Oh, 62.5. I was wrong there. And then the maximum takeoff weight Mach is 28.7. 28.7. Let's sync the conditions as well. And then we will do calculate. There's our V speeds, 135. V1, rotation at 135 as well. V2 at 137. We got flaps 1 and we're 0. Flex temperature to date is 64 degrees. Very good. We'll send that to the MCDMU and that should be us ready for departure. Let's double check. Perfect. So now we'll let GSX know. We'll just accept these. I'll accept that load sheet, which is perfect. This is the older one with the original load sheet, and that's perfect. We'll leave that open in case we get any more messages from the company, which will come up on our ECAM memo here. So let's inform GSX that we are ready for push, and then the doors will close. Jet bridge will go away. There we go. Beacon can come on now. We've got APU, yep, and APU bleed. Perfect. So let's not interrupt our pushback. And then we'll proceed. It's a shame that, like, I haven't customized the positions of the vehicles, so it's a shame that it's clipping into that, but it's fine. It looks like these actually work as well. These, it says we're 6 meters short of the stop marker, but it does say that we are A320, which is correct. We are in an A320 today. We'll just wait for our marshaller. Just check, yeah, our marshaller's getting in there. Oops, wrong app. That one.
Takeoff runway 19er right, climb and maintain 14,000 feet. Departure frequency is 120.
So I've got these new custom views here, which I think will be good to fly with, and hopefully get some good views as we fly over the beautiful country of Norway.
Bombardier Echo India, Foxtrot Papa India, cleared to Kastrup Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 19 right, climb and maintain 14.
So we'll just wait for our marshaller here.
Departure on 118.55, squawk 7162. Bombardier Foxtrot Papa India, read back correct.
And then we'll go to the right,
Good day.
and we'll release the parking brake. We'll close our door. Now, it's a shame the lock doesn't work on here, but we'll hit the lock anyway. And our pushback is going. So we'll ignition and start as we always do, and we'll start with engine 2. And what I'll do is I'll go to the lovely new external view here, so we can listen to the engine. There we go, engine 2 is starting up rather nicely. And we're just completing the pushback next to gate 13, which weirdly, it went from a it went from a E170 to a CRJ 900 by the looks of it for some strange reason, but that's fine. Let's go back to the cockpit,
Whenever the seatbelt signs are on,
set parking brake,
recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop.
and then we'll start engine 1.
Pull a mask.
Oh, there's the dog barks, as you might know if you've ever flown on the A320 aircraft. We're going to start engine 1.
Gardermoen clearance delivery Bombardier Echo India, Foxtrot Papa India, ready to copy IFR clearance to Kastrup. Bombardier Echo India, Foxtrot Papa India, is cleared to Kastrup Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 19 left, climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Departure frequency is 120.45, squawk 1664. Bombardier Echo India, Foxtrot Papa India, cleared to Kastrup Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 19 left, climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Departure on 118.55, squawk 1664. Bombardier Foxtrot Papa India, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.905. Good day.
Right, that's that completed. What was our ground frequency to use? Departure, contact ground 605. Then request for
Gardermoen
IFR
ground
clearance.
Scandinavian 4031 with Golf ready to taxi IFR.
Scandinavian 4031 taxi 2 and hold short of runway 19 left via taxiway Golf Yankee Papa Sierra Bravo 9er. Contact tower on 118.3 when ready.
Okay, let's taxi.
Taxiing hold short runway 19er left via taxiway Kilo
Parking
1
brake can
Hotel
come
Echo
off.
Golf Golf 1 Hotel Delta Papa Sierra Bravo 9er Scandinavian 4031.
Look at that, we got a 737 next to us, but it's okay, we got enough space to move. So we'll taxi out to runway 19er left. We'll go from... I'll go let you have a look from this side here. So you can actually see the airport on the right side of the aircraft.
Position caution, the Airbus on the taxiway. Nordic 16 Lima, continue taxi.
So at times I'm going to switch it over to the my customized wing views that I have now. So you can enjoy that as well.
Lima, hold position caution, the Airbus on the taxiway.
Oh, that was a terrible turn.
Nordic 16 Lima, continue taxi.
Going a bit fast as well for that corner. That's fine. We'll put the auto brake on max.
Roger, Nordic 16 Lima.
Oh, the sound of that is fantastic, isn't it? It's exactly what you need. The sound of an A320. Helvetica, huh? E190. Lovely. We'll jump this, because I had a problem last time. See if we can jump it. Whoa. There we go. Had a problem last time, and my flight plan completely failed. So we're going to turn here. It looks like there's an Ethiopian... Is that a 350 or a Dreamliner ahead of us? There's an interesting fact about Oslo and Ethiopian Airlines. Now, Ethiopian Airlines have a lot of these Fifth Freedom flights where they have the right to carry paying passengers. So this one here, it will make a stop in Stockholm Arlanda Airport. And you can actually fly between Stockholm Arlanda and here at Oslo Gardermoen. With that Ethiopian, looks like a Dreamliner. Now, I think it's actually in the wrong gate section. I'm not too sure, because I would assume it would be in the non-Schengen area, because obviously Ethiopia is in Africa and not in Europe at all. Just going to jump another... Oh, bumpy. So 19er right should be here on the right. 19er left should be here on the right side. That's our cabin crew letting us know that they are ready for takeoff. We'll just test the... We got no blue on our ECAM status. Very good. Then we'll follow this oh, go to the... Yeah, that's fine. We're turning. We'll just turn. Turn. There we go. Oops, overshot that a little bit. You can see the Ethiopian Dreamliner parked there, and the lovely terminal of Oslo. And when I downloaded it, they actually give you an option for the interior or not to have an interior at all. I chose the interior. It seems to be, performance-wise, it's okay. It's a bit stuttery though here with traffic, which is fair, as my system isn't the most optimal for Flight Simulator. I'm just gonna do an external shot here. You can see the airport is very extensive, and the end of the runway is up here. Runway 19er left for our departure, and departing 19 means we get to fly overhead of Oslo city itself. Oslo city is actually a very nice city to go to, you know. It's a bit expensive in places, but you know, still, it's a great city to visit if you ever get the chance to do it. Likewise for Stockholm as well. Just going to jump this thing again. up. Whoa, whoa. That was a big jump. At least our flight plan didn't screw up, which is good. The end of the runway is at the end of this taxiway and then to the right. Whoa, yay, yay. I probably could have done this taxi with just one engine, actually. Thinking about it now. That's such typical noises of the A320, especially with the IAE engines. Now you can see the windsock there. Rather not extremely high, but very high. Anyway, we'll go to switch over to tower, and then once we get close to the hold short line, we'll then call for air traffic control. Now, I've mentioned this before, because I am solo flying, no first officer, I will do a lot of the things in advance that would normally be done at the runway, because it's just easier that way. It reduces the workload for me. Just make our final turn before the runway. We got initial climb out 6,000 feet. Oh, there's a Helvetica E190. I have to find out what flights they're actually operating in Norway, because it seems to me that seems a bit odd to see their Helveticas here, but that's fine. I'm sure somebody will let me know. We'll put the predictive wind shear alert on, so it's no longer on our ECAM, and we'll just stop here, hold short, and parking brake can come on now. We'll call for our clearance. I know it's going to be a hold short for the moment.
At runway 19 left, ready for departure IFR to Sola.
Yeah, hold short because of the Embraer. It's fair, we just saw that on final, so we know that that's not they're not lying to us. Oh, it's operating for Swiss.
Hold short runway 19 left, Scandinavian 40.
So hopefully we can get an interesting and beautiful flight today over the fjords and the mountains of Norway, and then hopefully a nice beautiful approach into Stavanger as well. Stavanger is a port town, and hopefully it should be nice. Let's turn the packs off.
Cleared for takeoff runway 19 left, Scandinavian 4031.
Just double check because they're 1006. Yeah, we've still got 1006 on there. So we're just going to line up with the runway and then we'll do our normal takeoff procedure. A bit bumpy there. That's okay. You can see the numbers 19 and left will be perfect. Okay. All right. Ready? Let's go. 50%. Release the brakes. Where's the flex? Okay, we're going into Toga because I can't find the flex. No, no flex. So we're in Toga. We're rolling. 100 knots, check. V1, rotate. No flex for some reason. Positive climb gear's coming up. And once we get up to 1,000 feet, I'll engage the autopilot. In fact, if we can do it now, engage. Nice, beautiful. Climb thrust. Climb thrust. And we're at the S speed, so we can clean the config.
Scandinavian 4031 is passing 2,400 feet, climbing 6,000 feet.
Scandinavian 4031, Bodo Center QNH 29er.
That's fantastic, isn't it?
Contact. Continue to GM6 tree 1. Keep speed not above 230 knots.
Okay. Not above 230.
Is passing 9,000 feet, climbing flight level 260. Nordic 199er 1 Bodo Center QNH 29er.74 radar contact. Continue to GM 424.
Keep speed not above 230 knots Scandinavian 4031.
Yeah, that's probably for traffic. I mean, there's quite a few traffic around. Oh, straight up to 20,000. We'll do open climb. Packs off, that's right. We have to turn the packs back on. That was my fault. Let's turn these off. And we'll disarm that one. We're climbing up very nicely now.
Air Portugal 763 climb and maintain 14,000 feet. Scandinavian 4031 traffic alert. 5 o'clock, less than 1 mile, 3,000 feet Airbus. Report them in sight.
Look at that. Absolutely beautiful wing view, isn't it? And Flight Simulator never disappoints.
Air Portugal 763, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Now we're flying directly over the city.
Flight level 220.
I'm gonna see if I can actually see the city from this view.
Climb and maintain flight level 300.
Look at that cloud layer here. It's fantastic, isn't it?
Bodo Center
So this is actually directly over the city here.
10,000 feet. Center 1273, Bodo Center QNH 29er.
So we're at 10,000 feet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into acceleration. We'll turn off the lights because that was a very quick climb out.
Climb and maintain flight
And
level 300.
we can turn off the seatbelt sign. We don't have any bad air, which is nice.
Air Portugal 763, climb and maintain flight level 350.
These views are great, aren't they? You know. So hopefully we can enjoy
Flight level
some really nice views over
763.
Norway today. We'll just check the map actually. I'll just see roughly where we are in relation to Oslo city itself. So the Oslo city is it's somewhere over there, but that's okay. I think we've already passed the city. We climbed out so quickly. Just hitting some light bumps. In fact, we might actually be directly over the city right now. Let me just double check the map again. Because look, this looks very, very... trying to figure out... Ah, it must be this bit here, isn't it? I think this is the main city of Oslo.
Portugal 763 traffic is 2 o'clock 3 miles at 12,100 feet Airbus. Report them in sight. Air Portugal 763 have the traffic.
I think this is Oslo coming in now, actually. We'll just go back into the cockpit. We are climbing very quickly today, which is not too bad. That's okay. Ah, you know what I forgot to do is set the timer, but that's okay. We will get the times later on.
Climb and maintain 14,000 feet Emperor Romeo Sierra Mike.
Oh, landing lights are still on, are they? Yeah, turn. Ah, that's what I did. See, I'm too busy trying to get beautiful shots from outside the window that I'm completely forgot about the lights. See if we can spot any of the main... Ah, yeah, this is Oslo, because there's the ski jump down there. Which you can actually take the local metro as well. You can actually take the metro to that ski jump, which is amazing, actually.
2 o'clock 4 miles at 15,300 feet Boeing. Report them in sight.
Foxtrot Papa X-ray climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Scandinavian 4031 traffic alert. 9 o'clock, less than 1 mile, 16,200 feet Boeing. Report them in sight. Climb and maintain 12,000 feet Bombardier Foxtrot Papa X-ray. Climb and maintain flight level tree 40 Emperor Romeo Sierra Mike. Scandinavian 4031 climb and maintain flight level tree 00.
Now that we're coming out of the Oslo area, I got my clearance
Maintain flight level tree
to
00 Scandinavian
cruise.
4031.
So we'll just set the cruise. Climb, it should be a nice, more steadier climb out. We're hitting some rough air, but that's okay. You can see the wing flex.
Nordic 617 contact Oslo approach on 129er decimal tree.
It's been a busy departure out of Oslo, but that's okay.
129er decimal tree, Nordic 617. Goodbye. Photo Center Nordic 617. 4031 traffic is 10 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 280 Airbus. Report them in sight. Scandinavian 4608 traffic is 9 o'clock 3 miles at flight level 295 Airbus. Report them in sight.
Scandinavian 4031 have the Airbus in sight.
Scandinavian 4608 have the traffic.
Hello there guys, I hope you've been enjoying the views. I just put the seatbelt sign on because we've been having some unexpected turbulence, which has proven to be a little bit more difficult than I would be happy with, if I'm honest. So seatbelt sign is going to stay on for a few minutes, and then it won't be long before we start preparing for our arrival into Stavanger. So enjoy the views. I mean, there's a lot of clouds today, so you can see some of the fjords and the beautiful terrain of Norway, and there's even, by looks of it, snow on the top of some of the mountains here. But it's a very scenic flight, isn't it? Just going to switch the view to the other side. Very cloudy on this side, so we'll go back to the other side. Oh, that's some heavy turbulence now. That's some very heavy turbulence. So, just enjoy the views. And there's a lot of clouds now coming up towards Stavanger.
Scandinavian 804, climb and maintain flight level 300. Keep speed not above 250 knots. Climb and maintain flight level 300. Keep speed not above 250 knots. Scandinavian 804. Wide row 414, you are 1,900 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain 17,000 feet QNH 29.66. Nordic 530, you are 2,400 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain 16,000 feet QNH 29.66.
Okay, so let's prepare for our arrival on the ILS 1. What are we doing? ILS 18. So enter destination. Top of descent is coming up in approximately 2 minutes, so I better be quick. Next phase, next phase. The QNH is... Wait, METAR arrival, QNH 1001. Temperature. So winds are at 150 at 17. So they haven't changed. 017. And radio will be 200. Oh, not 20. 200. There we go. We are pretty much set up for the arrival. Oh my lord. Oh, I just had, I don't know why, that was weird. Where's climb thrust? There we go, climb thrust. Lever into climb, yeah. There we go. Oh, that was weird. Right, we're descending now. 16. 16. Descend. Beautiful. So I timed that really perfectly, didn't I? It's a shame we had a bit of a long stutter there, which was a bit scary for me, because I was not too sure if we would recover from that stutter. Anyway, we're going in for the descent now. And the winds are absolutely battering us. Look, 121 knots. Headwind. Crazy. Anyway, we're starting our descent now. And yeah, so we are gonna land in Stavanger with the ILS at 18. ILS 18, pretty straightforward arrival actually, with decision altitude of 200 feet, so it's a very low one. But I think, I mean, I don't know, but I think there's an area that has very, very low visibility sometimes. So the really, really low decision altitude for the approach is, I would consider pretty okay actually. So yeah. So hopefully we get some more views, but you never know, we could end up on a low visibility approach, which would be actually very interesting as well. So you can see procedurally how a low visibility approach can be conducted, and even how it looks in terms of oh, we've frozen again. We've frozen again. But hopefully it comes back. I think I've got a USB issue here. There we go. We're back. Just get the aircraft settled down. There we go. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. As you can see though, we had some nice views leaving Oslo, but now lots and lots of clouds as we approach the North Sea. Which, to be honest with you, on this day of recording, there isn't the best of weathers anyway, so, you know. So we're on a very steady descent, so that's why I've left the, well actually the seatbelt sign is still on, because we've had some pretty turbulent weather. So I'm just going to actually I'll turn it off for now, and then we'll turn it back on once we hit the cloud layer.
Going to 118.5 Nordic 530.
So it looks like we're going to hit 16,000 as we pass Roanoke, and then we'll be into our approach from there. 17.5, 11,000. Just double check some of the altitudes as well, because we want to make sure that we are flying exactly to the approach. Alright, see, this is our approach start here, so let me just check it on the flight plan. Run up, yeah, 2,100. Run up 2,000. We should be at 2,000 by run up. What we'll do, we'll clear the discontinuity and insert the flight plan, and that should give us a direct, yeah, and a deceleration just before run up, which is fine. That would make sense for our arrival. So I'm happy with that. We're getting close to that cloud layer now, aren't we? Very close. And we're leveling off now. Oh no, we're just sort of... Ah, see, we're on the VNAV now. You see this green dot here? That's on the VNAV. It's slowly going away from us, which isn't good. But run up, more drag. Okay, we'll get the speed brakes out. We're going to help out the autopilot so we can maintain our descent. You can see the speed brake is out now over the wing, and we're approaching the cloud layer. So let's turn the seatbelt sign back on, and that'll be the final time that we turn the seatbelt sign on, because you can already feel the way that the turbulence is, well, say turbulent air hitting up against the wing, which is allowing us to maintain our descent profile, which for some reason became a bit steep. And we're capturing the VNAV now. As you can see, the green dot is coming up. We got the green dot, and we're now just about to go through the cloud. And we can now bring the speed brake back in. I'm just about to enter the clouds, as you can see from this passenger view. Now it's getting, we're having a bit of a whiteout here. No, 20,000 feet, which is very high. Ah, we got a company message. Let's have a look. CIDC 8 minutes. CIDC delayed. Company tablet and allocate. Okay. So we're in the clouds now at 20,000 feet. Very thick clouds. I don't know how much of this cloud that we're going to be seeing on the way down, but hopefully we get a nice approach. Oh, the VNAV is coming off again. Okay, more drag again, because we're losing. This is hard work today, huh? Just gonna create more drag so we can get back on our VNAV profile. We're just approaching 16,000. Well, we're on 17,000, so we should be getting further clearances for our descent. And then we're only, what are we now? 12:02 on the arrival, so we're 15 minutes from landing. Altitude captured. Drag can come out now. Should start to level off a little bit. And I'll make an announcement to the passengers. Good afternoon, passengers, and welcome on board this flight. We have started our descent already, and we are making our way down. We should be down on the ground in approximately 15 minutes. The weather's not looking great right now. It just started to rain outside the windows, so hopefully we can get down on the ground as soon as possible. But we're looking at approximately 15 minutes. I don't think we'll get much of a view today, but that's okay. Thank you very much. And prepare for landing. Cabin crew, prepare for landing, please.
Climb and maintain flight level tree 20, Scandinavian 901 tree. Scandinavian 40 tree 1, you are 300 feet below your assigned altitude.
Below.
Climb and maintain 16,000 feet QNH 29.60.
But we're not.
Climb and maintain 16,000
That's strange.
feet, Scandinavian 40 tree 1.
Whoa, look at the rain. Yeah, we're really hitting the weather now, aren't we? We should be getting some further descent clearance though in a moment. Because we're in the approach now. And in reality we should be at 8,000 feet at this point, according to our flight plan. There we go, 8,000. We'll do an open descent, I think,
Descend and
or do we
maintain
do
8,000
expedite
feet, Scandinavian
descent?
40 tree 1.
8,000 feet, there we go. We're slightly off the VNAV profile now, so we're just going to use this speed brakes again. And that rain is really loud against the aircraft, isn't it? And you can see the rain alongside, you know, the rain effect on the windows. So it looks like we're coming in for a pretty rainy landing today. There we go, we're on the approach frequency now.
118.5 Scandinavian 40 tree 1. Goodbye. Sola approach Scandinavian 40 tree 1 is at 14,000 feet, descending 8,000 feet.
Ice detected.
Scandinavian 40 tree 1, Sola approach QNH 29.59 radar contact. Continue to ZD 624. Scandinavian 40 tree 1, contact Bodo Center on 118.55. Good day.
Oh my god, this turbulence.
Going to 118.55.
Let me just let the cabin crew know. You might want to take your seats. We've got some rough air coming up.
Scandinavian 40 tree 1 is passing 12,000 feet, descending 8,000 feet.
Scandinavian 40 tree 1, Bodo Center QNH 29.59 radar contact. Continue to ZD 624. Airbus 0 tree Charlie, you are 300 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level tree 50. Scandinavian 40 tree 1, contact Sola approach on 118.5.
Oh, the workload's getting heavier now, so we have to be on concentration.
Sola approach Scandinavian 40 tree 1 is passing 10,900 feet, descending 8,000 feet.
Scandinavian 40 tree 1, Sola approach QNH 29.58 radar contact. Continue to ZD 624.
Our workload is really being tested now, so we have to be very cautious with what we're doing right now, and pay attention because of the weather as well. I'm gonna see if I can set up GSX. Oh, we got our freeze again. Oh, see if I can set up GSX. Stavanger, gate. Let's try 4. Gate 16, I think, would be a good one. 60. Oh wait, this is too small. Hang on. Let's go. Let's do that one for now. I'll just go and change the gate again. Change facility. Gate. And then we'll do number 17. Let's do gate 17.
Canadian 4031, you are 20 miles northeast. Descend and maintain 3,500 feet. Keep speed not above 220 knots. Expect ILS Zulu runway 18 approach via Roxon transition. Clear to Roxon.
Descend and maintain 3,500 feet. Keep speed
We're going to
not
struggle
above
to get our
220
speed
knots.
down
Expect
now.
ILS Zulu runway 18 approach via Roxon transition.
Because I
Clear
still
to
got
Roxon,
the
Scandinavian 4031.
still got the speed brake out there, you can see.
Scandinavian 4031, descend and maintain 2,000 feet.
2000. Let's do it.
Descend and maintain 2,000 feet. Scandinavian 4031.
Not above. What is our speed? 220. So let's bring the speed in to about 210 knots. And we'll try to increase our descent as well. So we can... Oh wow, look at that. Breaking through the clouds now. Let's see if we can get a nice wing view. Look at that, breaking through the clouds. Very, very thick clouds, but we're breaking through quite nicely here at 8,000 feet. Alright, we'll ease off on the descent so we can actually slow down a bit, because we're a bit fast for what they want us to do. Actually, we're bang on speed what they want us to do right now. So you can see now we're going over some fjords over here with some really thick clouds. No ice detected, so let's turn off the anti-ice. That would make sense. We're out of the clouds now. And the... what's the static temperature? Static temperature at 0, so we should be okay. And now we're on 1... yeah, 5, 6. That one as well. Okay. We're looking good for our approach now. We'll turn the IS display on, as you can see. We're making a few more turns. Get those lights on as well. Look at that view. It's a fantastic place, Norway. It's got lots of little islands, it's got lots of water, and it's beautiful, beautiful approach. Now I'm gonna try to increase our descent by a little bit more. Actually, we got our VNav coming up, so I will just engage VNav, let the aircraft descend on the VNav, and we still got our speed brakes out as well. And there we go, the speed's coming down quite nicely. No, we're falling away from the VNav again. So I'm just going to bring that down. We're below the flaps 1 setting, so I might just engage flaps 1.
Scandinavian 4031, keep speed not above
Yeah, we got to
210
engage
knots.
flaps 1.
Keep speed not above 210 knots. Scandinavian 4031.
There you go. So I've had to put flaps down so we can actually keep the speed low, but we're having issues here with the weather. You can see we're on profile for the height as well, but again, we're having some issues with the weather here, so we're just gonna be careful, because we're gonna overspeed the flaps in a minute. We're gonna overspeed the flaps in a minute. And I've still got the speed brake out, believe it or not. And I can't engage flaps 2 because we're not at 200 knots. And I'm trying to get the speed down as best as I can. We're right on profile now for the altitude, but we've got way too much speed. Gonna try to, we might have to extend the landing gear just to get some more drag. In fact, that's what I'm gonna do now. Oh, we're losing our speed again. We're losing speed. That's good. We're gonna keep the speed. Speed's gonna get down. We're a little bit above our glide path as well, so we'll just bring the gears coming down. Gonna set for the localizer as well. We'll get the gear down to allow for more drag, and I can do this as well, and then it should get us back on profile. Flaps 2.
4031, you are 10 miles north of Sola. Contact Sola Tower on 118.35 when inbound.
2,500.
Tower on 118.35 Scandinavian 4031.
So we're now inbound into
Solar
the
Tower Scandinavian
ILS.
403.110 miles north inbound. ILS Zulu runway 18 approach.
Flaps 3.
Canadian 4031 Sola Tower. QNH 29.56 wind 158 at 14.
We're a little bit below.
ILS Zulu runway 18 approach.
Okay, let's get the speed brakes back out. Arm the speed brakes.
Cleared ILS Zulu runway 18 approach Scandinavian 4031.
Flaps full. Thrust lever limit. We're on the speed. And I've put the lever in the climb mode, so it should still be okay. Can't see the runway yet. Clouds are a bit too low, but we've got the glide slope now. And localizer has been captured. We'll set the auto brakes to low. And then we'll do a full reverse on the landing as well. And we'll aim for the runway 29 for the turn off. Because there's a runway that crosses as well. Here we go, we're hitting rain again. We'll leave the autopilot on until we have visuals with the runway. I can't even see the approach lights. Approach lights are just about coming into view. We'll leave the autopilot on for now. We'll get our wipers on. Now it gets a bit noisy in the cockpit. Now we're clear to land. Perfect.
Runway 18 Scandinavian 4031.
And the rain has stopped. Let's get those wipers off. We'll get the aircraft below 1,000 feet and then I'll get hand flying. It's very windy today. You can see the plane is a bit shaky, and also the display here is saying 20 knots, 30 knots. So we've got some really strong gusts. So yeah, it's a bit difficult for the landing. Wish me luck, everybody. I'm going to disable the autopilot as we
1,000.
go through 1,000 feet. There's 1,000 feet. It's going to say 1,000 again, isn't it? No. Okay, autopilot's coming off. The beauty with the Airbus is it's actually quite an easy plane to fly, even during strong winds. There we go, we got gust. We're just going to... Small input of the rudder. I want to try to keep the aircraft into the wind and keep it on profile. So far so good. Coming in a bit high now, so we'll just bring the nose down a little bit. The auto thrust is controlling the throttles today. I've got my hands over the throttle levers though, just in case we need to engage
500.
toga or I need to go into manual mode. But it's so difficult to talk and concentrate at the same time. Good visibility.
100 above.
Gonna pull the nose up a bit so we're not so low.
Minimum.
Continue. Stable approach. Oh, being battered by a gust there just before the approach lights.
100.
Bring the nose down.
50. 40.
And
30. 20.
flare.
Retard.
Oh, nice. Oh, bouncy landing.
5.
Oh, oh. That was a hard one. Reverse is coming on. 100 knots. 80 knots. And to manual braking, please. We'll just roll it up to this runway. That was a very hard landing. Very hard landing. Flaps coming up.
Scandinavian 4031, exit runway when able.
Now we're going to turn here. Just see if I can get the APU started just before we turn. There we go. Oops. Opa. There we go. Ooh, that was a bit of an overturn. But that's okay.
Scandinavian 4031.
Oh, that was difficult landing. That was a very difficult landing, in fact. As you heard, we slammed it into the ground. The initial flare was okay, but we slammed it into the ground eventually. So, welcome to Stavanger.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties.
We had some icing on the way down as
We
well.
ask that you remain seated. Belt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls, or internet access may now be used. Please make sure you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat, and in the overhead lockers. Do take care opening the overhead lockers as items may have moved during flight. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area. On behalf of the captain and the crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your journey.
So we're going to be... I think I set up for gate number 17 today. So we're going to be going up past that Norwegian 737 over there. Whoa, that was quite the approach here into Stavanger. We had a bit of icing, so I had to put the anti-icing on. I had warnings for that. Speed was difficult to control, but we were able, without too much drastic movements, we were able to control it. So yeah, that's my debrief from that. That was quite the heart stopper, if I ever could tell you. So gate 17 should be over here. It looks like we might be between a Lufthansa 16. Oh, okay. So the Norwegian has decided to park in our spot. So let me just park brake and then we'll set the change facility, and then we'll go gates. We'll do 15 next door, and then we'll go no follow me, and then we'll go with this one. Oh, sorry about my camera. Let's release the parking brake. So we're going to go to gate 15, which is just 2 over from here. Oh, hang on a second. Did I think... Oh, wait. We're going up in numbers over this way. I'm not going to turn around, so what I'll do then is gate 18 is too small. 19. There we go. No. And then we'll do that one. There we go. Fixed it. Right, let's get these lights off, and then we will park up on gate 19 over here. It looks like the rain is just starting to come down again. Oh, ah, there we go. You can see the marshaller now.
Solar ground Nordic 1274 IFR to Antalya, ready to copy. Nordic 1274 is cleared to Antalya Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 18 climb and maintain 14,000 feet. Departure frequency is 118.5 squawk 7076.
Oh, almost bang on the parking. Let's cut the engines then. 1 and 2. And we'll put the bleed on as well.
Cleared to Antalya Airport as filed.
Cabin
Takeoff
crew
runway
to
18 climb and maintain 14,000 feet. Departure on 118.55 squawk 7076.
Right, let's go.
1274,
Oh,
read that correct.
deboard.
Contact ground on 121.75. Good day.
Right, we're going to start deboarding now in a moment. Let's get the beacon light off, and then we're good. Right, there we go. That was an interesting arrival.
Nordic 1274 pushback request accepted.
Oh, and for some reason all of our passengers have disappeared, barring one. But that's okay. Oh, so thank you for flying with me again. This time, remember, we were on the Scandinavian. And I hope you've enjoyed the flight. It was a very difficult one to do. Yeah, what else can I say about it?
Gentlemen, when disembarking, please take
Get the
care.
cargo doors open. For some reason they don't want to open by their own.
Walking down the stairs. Please ensure that you supervise your children, and for your own safety, do not walk underneath the wing.
So deboarding should start now.
Solar ground Nordic 1274.
Door is
requesting
open.
the end of pushback.
Oh, where's the jet bridge gone?
Nordic 1274
Oh, the jet bridge is a little bit
pushback received.
off. Right, well, I don't know why the passengers are not moving, but anyway, let's go outside. We'll go outside. Oh, look at that view.
Nordic 1274.
We'll go outside, and this is Stavanger Airport, also freeware, but fantastic. And the rain is starting to come. So thank you, once again, for flying with me, and I hope that you can join me soon. Thank you, and goodbye.